In today's video, I'm going to be surviving in the desert for 100 days. This is a world which is all desert. There's no other biomes, meaning it's going to be a challenge to get quite a few things. How will I do? Well, I guess you'll have to watch the video to find out. So make sure to subscribe if you want to, or even if you don't want to, do it anyway. Thank you. Goodbye. Let's start the video. So here we are, starting off our brand new world, a desert-only world, which is going to have its difficulties. Starting out is one of the harder things, as there's not any trees, meaning I can't make any tools. So I spent a lot of the day just collecting sticks, sugarcane, etc., and looking for villages, and we soon found one. This one here had a lot of useless stuff in it, and in fact couldn't actually make any use out of any of the stuff. Another one here, though, just by this desert temple, had a bed for me and a crafting table, because I can't make a crafting table. I stole a load of other things, and then I got some wheat and made myself some bread, our first food. Oh, it's so good to have the villages. I then stole some seeds as well as collecting some other stuff from the chests in this village. Had a look around to see if there's anything of interest I could take for the future, but without a pickaxe it's kind of hard to mine or take anything. So instead I set off and found this village just at the end of day 1. And on day 2 I looted the village. We found a clay ball, which is kind of interesting because I'm pretty sure I can't find those naturally in a desert. I really wanted this jungle trapdoor for some reason, so I went and got it. And then I saw some sheep, which gave me some hope for later on when I finally start a farm, and also a pillager tower, meaning dark oak wood, which I didn't think I'd be able to get. In this village here, though, I discovered a chest with some iron in it and a smithing table as well as some coal and some bread, so I made myself an iron pickaxe. And then I was like, I know, I'll get some more iron by killing this iron golem here, but he got stuck on this part here, so I was like, what's going on? And I kept hitting him and he just wouldn't attack me back, so I just thought, you know what, we'll just kill him and this will be really, really easy. But then he did hit me and that was kind of scary, but I was like, you know what, I'll go in for more and die like an idiot. Yeah. And that was 2,000 blocks away, so I decided to actually head off in a different direction this time, collecting more dead bushes and more sugarcane, and also running out of hunger very quickly. But I did notice that there's some pumpkins by this tower here, so that might be useful for the future. I'm not sure if I can turn those to seeds. But another village, finally, our saviour, it had a crafting table, meaning we could make some bread, and it also had a blacksmith, which had some iron armour, but most importantly, oak saplings. I didn't realise you could get oak saplings from a desert village. My original plan was to go to the nether and get the wood from the trees in there, but this really saves us a lot of time. And I spent the next few days just, walking from village to village, stealing all the books, stealing all the wood, stealing all the iron or whatever I could find. More oak saplings in this case, and some diamonds. Very nice. I used the gold to make myself a gold pickaxe, which I then went and got some stone with, so I could actually make some stone tools if I wanted to. And I did want to, so I did make some stone tools. So we had a full set now, including a sword, which was very lovely, and it gave me the confidence to take on a desert temple finally, where I found a load of, the usual stuff, plus some desert horse armor, and also, most importantly, a silk touch book. That's going to be becoming very useful later, and you will see why. But apart from that, nothing of real use. That other book there was a knockback one. I don't want that, thank you very much. What I do want is the chest from this ruined portal here, which had some golden carrots and some iron nuggets, which were going to be quite useful for if I wanted to make some iron bars a bit later. And at this point, I was getting kind of sick of travelling around, seeing the same desert villages, the same desert temples, and the same ruined portals. So I thought, you know what? This area here looks like a lovely little cove to settle down in. So I put all my stuff down and settled down. But I need somewhere to put all my stuff, so I bone milled some of my oak saplings and chopped down the wood so that I could make myself some chests, which are going to be obviously very good for storing stuff. But I was sick of these stone tools being absolutely useless, so I decided to dig down, also to make some furnaces, because I needed some furnaces to make some charcoal, as I'd not found any coal naturally, unfortunately. And then using that charcoal, I made myself some torches, and then we actually head down here, and we started digging up dirt, because apart from some desert villages, the only way we can get dirt is underground. It's kind of weird, but we finally found ourselves some coal, as well as some iron, and we mined that all up, and we started gearing up. On day 7, I killed my first mob. Lovely. Found some lapis, found some gold, but no diamonds yet. Sad boys. But I did go to the village and start mining up some sandstone, because I want the sandstone to build myself a little house, as living out in the open in the desert is not smart, especially with the amount of mobs that spawn here at night. So I got building a very small little house. I didn't want to make this very big whatsoever. I just wanted to make it basic so it can be a real small starter base. Not much space for storage in here, but it does the job for now, and of course I wanted to decorate it, so So I went and got some flower pots and cacti from the local village. And there you go, quite a cute little house there with a decent amount of space inside, but we're going to need to upgrade this at some point in the future. But you see here, I made myself a load of pickaxes and I went strip mining looking for diamonds and more importantly iron. And we got lucky as we found lots of iron and also some diamonds. Very, very nice indeed. And after that, the diamonds started rolling in. I found more and more and we managed to come out of the cave with a pretty nice amount of diamonds. As you can see there, we got 13, meaning we can make ourselves an enchanting table, which I could maximize instantly as I collected all the books from all the villages I'd been to, and we had plenty of books to make ourselves 15 bookshelves so we could get level 30 enchantments. Not that we can do that as we're only got 12 enchantment points. I used the rest of my diamonds to make myself some diamond armor and a diamond pickaxe, which I enchanted with level 1, got efficiency 1, pretty terrible. And then I decided to go on a little adventure again, making sure to keep track of my base, and I've got wheat, as you can see here. That's very important because we're going to be using that to look for something in particular. Also, I'm always very scared of creepers in these desert temples. They seem to just like sneaking up on me, but you just have to go in them because of the diamonds, the enchanted books that you find in here. It's just so worth it. And after a brief bit of exploration, we went back to our base and we went and collected more dirt from the strip mine down below, as we're going to make ourselves a little farm here, as wheat is going to be very important. And look, a wandering trader showed up, but his trades are useless. No saplings whatsoever. What a bummer. So of course I killed him, as he deserved it, and I killed his llamas as well, before finishing off my farm, making sure it was walled off so nothing could get in there, of course. Not that there are any animals wandering around in the desert. I also made a potato farm around the back as well, the 2 potatoes I got from the pillager tower, and then I went looking for more diamonds once more. I wanted to get a decent amount as I wanted full diamond armor, and I also collected all the iron I could find as well. And when we got home, I put all that iron onto smelt, and then I crafted myself full diamond armor, meaning we are very nice and protected now. And we actually had enough diamonds left over so I could make myself a sword as well. And then using all the iron we collected, I made myself an anvil, and this is so I could make myself a silk touch shovel. Why do I want a silk touch shovel? Well, in villages, you get little bits of grass, and this is the only way we can get grass. So I took it back to my base and put it down here, as we're going to be using this as a little animal pen. But of course I need animals, and in the villages you can find different animals. Well, I think it's only sheep and cows. So I went and got myself a sheep from one village, and then I head out again, as I had to find another village with a sheep, and it took quite a while. I actually went across a load of other stuff on the way, as you can see here, but we found one and we set off home. And you can see it takes a long time to bring these guys home. We're about 1,000 blocks away, and it's not a quick process. But eventually we got this guy home, and that's it. We don't have to bring any more home now. We can just breed them up and continue breeding them. And after getting my sheep, I thought, you know what? Let's do some fishing, because I want to get some fish. That's what you do when you want fish, especially in the desert, as there's no fish that spawn in that you can kill. So I spent the rest of day 18 fishing, and then all of day 19 as well, and we managed to get ourselves an okay amount of fish. It's quite slow to fish if you didn't know. But why did I want fish? To get a cat, of course. I needed a companion, so I got this cat here, and then I also found a jelly cat as well, so I tamed that. And then I also found another cat, and I used 6 fish on it, and it didn't want to be my friend, so it ran away from me. Whilst out exploring, I found myself a feather falling free book, which will be useful in the future, and I also found myself some cows. Very important, especially for food in the early game. So I took these guys home, which took a long time. These guys were very, very far away. But finally, we made it home, and we put them in a little pen in the corner here. Ran out of fences, which is why that granite wall is there. And we got breeding them up, and then chopped down all our trees as we made a load of sticks. And I'm going to be using these sticks to trade with villagers, as I don't need a lot of emeralds right now, but in case another wandering trader shows up, I want to have emeralds so I could buy multiple saplings. But I think I might make a wool farm for trading villagers in the future, as that'll be a bit easier. But I was hungry for more diamonds, as I always am. I wanted full diamond tools, so I went down into the mine again, and I found 4 diamonds, and that was it. A pretty disappointing trip, but we managed to get our diamond pickaxe back, which is okay. And I used this new fresh diamond pickaxe to mine some obsidian, as I wanted to head into the Nether just to see whereabouts we are. And we got quite an interesting spawn. We're right next to a bastion. But I was feeling a bit scared and underprotected, so for now all I did was gather up some crimson logs, Also, this lava started coming in. I was like, what the heck? Right underneath my portal. So I went and fixed that so the lava will slowly disperse away. And then I left. And instead went and chopped some trees down. As well as did a bit of enchanting on my pickaxe just to make it last a bit longer with some unbreaking too. And then went and collected some materials as we're going to be building a place for our cows to live. As at the moment, they're just sitting in a fence pen. Also, this wandering trader showed up and didn't give me any saplings. Bad man. So you know what? I bought a few ferns and then I just killed him again. But our wandering trader spawn luck has been pretty good so far. Let's hope that we get another few in the next 100 days. But here you can see me building our barn. I wanted to stick to the sort of deserty style as I don't really have a choice, to be honest. We only really have oak, wood and sandstone, although we do have a bit of crimson wood now as well. And you can see here I made a nice field for them to go in. And then, of course, I brought them out of their little stupid fence and led them over to the field, which they seem to like quite a lot. Not that I can tell, they're cows and I'm going to slaughter most of them, starting with that guy there. I then spent the rest of day 30 doing a bit of maintenance around my base and also digging down as we're going to be making a wool farm, like I said earlier. And these things are very ugly, so I thought, let's hide this away so we don't have to look at it. However, digging to get underground in the desert is a massive pain because of, you know, sand and gravity. But finally we got down to a level where we weren't struggling anymore and we started clearing out space for our wool farm. And for this wool farm, I needed some quartz because I needed to make some observers, and quartz is needed for observers. Duh. So I collected a load of quartz, more than I'd actually need, of course, because it also gives good XP and I'm trying to get to level 30 so I can do some proper enchant still. And then I started gathering up all the stuff I'd need for this wool farm. And you can see here, my chests are kind of getting out of control. We're going to have to sort that out at some point. But our base is kind of tiny, so we're going to have to build a new one before we can do that. Anyway, we got all the materials we needed, and then we went and got a load of dirt and moved it to this area here, changing it to grass, of course, and adding in this sort of collection system. And I really kind of couldn't be bothered to like make that bit look nice, so it's going to look kind of ugly. But who cares? It's hidden away. It's practical. Also, look at this cow. I don't know why I stood up there, but I like it. If you don't know how wool farms work, basically you put some shears in the dispenser, have that linked up to some redstone with an observer, and basically when the sheep eats the grass it will activate the shears. But I ran out of iron for shears, so I went mining to get some, and I also got some diamonds, which was quite nice. And then I started leading the sheep into these holes here, and as you can see it's kind of awkward, but we managed to get them in with a few problems along the way. That method wasn't working, so I eventually started putting water down there and dropping the sheep into the water, as you can see here. Now I repeated that process, so we had 8 sheep down there. I even went and bred up some cows on the way as my food was getting kind of low. But here you can see it working. We're starting to get some wool in here. So we're going to leave that for a while to do its thing and instead head to the Nether in search of the Nether Fortress. And we didn't have to search far. Turns out there's one right next to the portal and the bastion. This is a great Nether spawn somehow. I collected up all the Nether wart, killed some blazes that were just lying around, but I was struggling to find the blaze spawners on my journey to find them. I did almost die. I got down to 1 heart there, as you can see. But luckily I'd brought some golden apples and we didn't die. Yay. But I eventually found both the blaze spawners right next to each other, just like buses, eh? And then I got killing all the blazes, collecting all the lovely blaze rods before heading home. And on my way home, this happened. Yep, didn't look where I was going. Yeah, died. That's not good. Oh no. On day 39, I decided to go and get my stuff because it'd be stupid not to. And I got most things back, apart from my chest plate. And, of course, the blaze rods. They'd been burnt to a crisp. Yay! So I had to go back to the Nether again and back to the fortress, kill some more blazes again. So, of course, get some more blaze rods to take home. I even used my crossbow for a bit of fun as I was bored of killing blazes for the second time. Also, look at my chest. Look how bad my chests are. I hate them. I was trying to find somewhere to put my blaze rods. But I wanted to take advantage of our wool farm. Went and collected all the wool from there, made a loom, and went and traded with a shepherd. Now, unfortunately, they don't actually do light grey wool. They only do white, black, and dark grey, so I had to go and dye all my sheep white. I would have dyed some of them black or grey, but I can't because I don't have the ability to, as I don't know where I would get black dye apart from maybe a wither rose, which I need to spawn the wither for. Yeah, it's just not happening anytime soon, alright? But what is happening is it's base time, baby. That's right. We're collecting a load of materials, as you can see here. I went and made myself an enchanted shovel because I need to collect some sand, as I wanted to do some slight terraforming, which is kind of awkward, right? Because you have to double layer stuff. If I wanted to place sand down, I'd have to put cobblestone underneath it. You could have done this with sand, but I used cobblestone because I just had a load of cobblestone. Very convenient. And also I kept running out of sand. But we got a nice space built there, as you can see. And now it's time to start collecting some materials to build our base out of. And it required, you know, some wood. So I chopped down all my trees. I've got quite a lot of trees now. It also required some granite. I had to go to the nether because I needed to get some crimson logs. This time our wool farm had been producing a decent amount of wool we could actually trade, so we managed to get ourselves a decent amount of emeralds for if any wandering traders show up in the future. I was just living my life, had a proper source of food. It was good. It didn't feel like the original desert days. I was feeling so confident that I decided to go and get some dark oak wood from this pillager tower here, which is a big pain because the pillagers just like shooting you. Don't know why they keep doing that. It's quite annoying. And one of them gave me the bad omen effect, so I had to go home and drink some milk to get rid of that. And you can see here our chest of materials is strongly growing, so much so that we're almost ready. All we need now is some terracotta, which I went and looted from these villages here, and also some bucks as well, which you'll see why later. I didn't actually use those in the time lapse, which is starting now on the end of day 50 and into day 51. And this took quite a while to build this base because it's a decent size. And I've been trying to practice like building in different styles, and I feel like this is very different from any style I've ever built in before. Very circular, almost Star Wars-esque, I would say, although the purple roof isn't very Star Wars-y, but I really like it. I think it's quite a unique looking base. Oh, and also I found this Enderman on the way. Will he drop me an Ender Pearl? Of course he won't. Why would he ever do that? Anyway, whilst we were building, our wool farm was working some wonders, meaning we could get a decent amount of emeralds, and we can also buy some carpets if we want in the future, but I don't really want carpets, especially not purple and green ones. What I do want is diamonds, so I went diamond hunting for a few days. Nearly lost these diamonds into the lava, but I was smart. I didn't do that, and we managed to get all the diamonds there. Very, very nice. A good amount of diamonds, and even some more diamonds a bit later on as well. But our interior is looking a bit rough, to say the least, so let's fix that by adding in a nice floor. And I decided to do like a circular floor in the main section, and then the next section wasn't like anything interesting. But we headed over to this basalt delta over here to collect some basalt, and also some blackstone. And I also realized I was very close to this bastion here. Interesting. I didn't realize I could get to it with such ease. But either way, we finished off our floor using some blackstone, then collected our smelted iron and gold, and made some iron bars to finish off the roof of my base. As you can see there, there's little spikes. I don't know, I just thought they were missing and it needed some spikes on the roof, okay? And we also finished off the floor with some of the basalt, and also in the middle I decided let's make this look quite flashy by adding in some gold blocks. Yes, a complete waste, I know, at this stage of the game, but who cares? I like the bling, alright? But the base still isn't done. Those bookshelves I made earlier were for lecterns, and we're going to be using these lecterns to finish off the base a little bit later on. But for now, we're focusing mainly on the inside and things that are important, such as a chest system. Of course, we need a lot more storage than we had in that tiny little base before. And also I added in this floor here just to make things look a bit neater, as it was kind of a weird transition to the ceiling. I then went and killed some cows to get some beef, as I wanted to go on a bit of an adventure. And you can see when I killed the cows, I got to level 30 enchantment, meaning I could enchant something. I didn't want to do the chest plate because blast protection sucks, so instead I went for my legs, where I managed to get protection free and unbreaking free. Very nice indeed. And you can see here, lots of steak, meaning we can go adventuring to find fun things, such as creepers trying to kill us. No, just kidding. We went in the temple, managed to get some emeralds, managed to get some iron, managed to get some obsidian, just some cool stuff, you know. This did happen at one point, though. Rookie mistake, I know, which luckily I managed to just clutch up by placing these gold blocks here. I did lose one of them, but it's fine. We're alive still. And one of the things I was looking for on my adventure was bookshelves, so we raided these from multiple villages, as well as the lecterns as well, checking the villages just in case they had a mending trade, which none of them did. And then in one desert pyramid, I found an enchanted golden apple. A god apple, people call them. But then in the next village, I found what I was looking for. Normally things I hate, but today they're going to be my friend. Just kidding, we're going to kill one of them because we only need one. That's right, I saddled up a horse, and this is going to be our easiest method of transport for now until we get elytra in the future. So I plopped a saddle on this guy here, gave him the name of Freddy, and off we went. We also found some brewing stands and some other fun stuff along the way, but we made it home them, which didn't take long at all thanks to Freddy and his quick speed. I tied him up outside my house and gave him some diamond armor because he deserves it. But then it was lectern crafting time. I made myself a nice amount of lecterns, as you can see here, and we also got some oak wood as we finished off this sort of balcony section of our house, and also worked on a little garden out front to give it a bit of greenery. But on day 70, I realized we only had 30 days left, so I thought, let's try and get some ender pearls. So I went and traded with these guys in the nether, and after trading like 60-something gold, I managed to get 4 ender pearls. That's it. Not very good, really. But oh well, it'll do for now. And also, look how many of these hoglins tried to attack me there. Absolutely insane, but we got away with our life and managed to get home with ease. And for some reason decided to start sorting our chests, which is horribly boring, but it took about 20 minutes or so, and finally we had, you know, like fully sorted chests, labeled as well. In some cases, I did run out of leather, but you can see here, it's looking quite nice. But I'd ran out of dark oak wood, so I headed back to this pillager tower to collect some of the remaining bits in there before getting all my wool from my wool farm and doing some trading, and also collecting some dirt to finish off this garden here as I ran out previously. And our base is starting to look rather clean now, but on day 74 I decided let's try and find that end portal. So I set off, and my first 2 eyes of ender instantly smashed as soon as I threw them, which was a massive pain as I only have 4. But after travelling about 2,000 blocks or so on Freddy's back, we finally found the ender portal with 1 eye of ender remaining. Yay! That's going to be really useful. And I was hoping to find some useful stuff in the fortress, maybe some more ender pearls, but I didn't really find that much fun stuff, to be honest with you. Oh, and it also took me way too long to find the portal room itself. I did find this Luck of the Sea 2 book, which honestly, kind of terrible, don't really need that. Found some coal, because I ran out of torches, and then found their portal room, which had 2 eyes of ender in it, meaning we need another 9 to complete it, including the one we've got. So I saved the coordinates, got back on Freddy, and we headed home, where I bred up my cows and killed a few to get level 30 enchantment so we could enchant our pickaxe, which got efficiency 4 on it. Very nice. And then I was feeling adventurous, so I went and attacked the bastion. I managed to find some ancient debris in here, as well as some nether scraps, along with a load of goodies like iron, gold, etc. And yes, it was a massive struggle with my terrible armor, as I nearly died to this piglin brute there, but luckily, managed to just escape him and raided every chest I could find, but I probably missed quite a few, to be honest with you, as it's just a massive mess, this thing. But we got out of there with our life and some goodies, and that's all that matters. One of the things I got was a mending pickaxe, so I can combine that later when I've got a few more enchanting points. I want to save them for now for doing some level 30 enchantments. I also went and got some ender pearls. Managed to get a bit more lucky this time with only like 17 gold. Got 3 ender pearls, which is pretty good, before decorating the little gardens outside my house with some ferns and bone meal in the ground, etc., just making it look a little bit more colourful in comparison to the yellow desert we've been trapped in for 77 days at this point. It's mad how much I just miss grass in Minecraft. Like, the desert is so ugly. Also, I was bone mealing this grass here just to get some flowers for dyes in the future. I did need some yellow dye, but on the night of day 77, I went looking for endermen, and oh gosh, this was a massive pain. So many mobs, so many mobs spawning, and we managed to kill 3 endermen, I think, before we finally got a pearl. Massive pain. These guys suck. I hate them. Using the boat method, of course, to trap them. No, wait, I was wrong. It's actually 5 endermen, I believe, we had to kill till we got our first pearl. And this method is just not effective for me at all. Like, honestly, the gold method is so much better for me at the moment, as this just sucks. I hate it so much. Oh, and at one point, I accidentally looked at an enderman, and, yeah, that happened. RIP those enchanting points, I guess. I'm so sad. But hey, using the yellow dye from before, we finally added on some windows onto our base. I wanted to use some yellow windows just because everything in the desert is yellow. We may as well add yellow windows on here as well. I also traded with this Fletcher a bit to get some more emeralds, which we are going to be using right away. I actually grabbed my brewing stand I found before and started trading with some clerics, as you can see here, as if you trade them up, as I'm doing now, they give you a chance of giving ender pearls, and we managed to get that trade and had enough ender pearls to make ourselves some eyes of ender to finish our end portals. So it was time to start preparing, and the way I prepare is breeding cows. I did actually need beef, as you can see I'm running quite low. After I cooked a load of that, I went mining as well to get some coal, just to try and like build up my enchanting points in hopes to get level 30 enchantment, as I wanted to enchant a bow because it just makes the whole Ender Dragon fight so much quicker. So I went mining for a good few days, smelted some ore as well, and finally we got that level 30 enchantment, as you can see here, which means we can enchant a bow. And we got pretty lucky. We got power 4 and unbreaking 3, which is decent. We didn't need infinity as we got loads of arrows from all our trading. And on day 82 we set back off to the end portal and dig in a new hole just so we could be directly on top of it. I found it again, slept once more just to save my save point, and in day 83 we finished the ender portal and we went in. Lovely. And everyone's seen an ender dragon fight before, so here it is really quickly. 1 tower gone, 2 tower gone, 3 tower gone, all the towers gone pretty quickly, as you can see. And then we got hitting her. She is very easy to hit because she's very big, and I just enjoy the whole thing, to be honest. At this point I don't even get stressed anymore killing the ender dragon. I've killed her so many times recently. And after the final few arrows here, we managed to finally kill her, and this was so glorious because of the XP. I don't really care about Elytra for now, it's more the XP, and look at it, 69 XP, the dragon head. Let's head back home, and there we have it. The Ender Dragon defeated. Easy peasy, desert only world, not that bad. But we still have like 16 more days, so I decided to enchant some tools as well as my armor to get some nice sort of protection and also make things a bit more efficient for us. And I used one of the tools, the shovel in fact, to go gather a load of dirt underground, as I had a little project in mind that I want to finish. Found some diamonds whilst digging out that dirt. Always a nice bonus. But the dirt, what I was going to use it for, that's right, a nice farm on the side of my base here. You can see I turned all the sand to dirt, and then we got planting some wheat in there, adding in some like sugarcane, etc. to make it look nice. Did run out of dirt, those had to go get some more dirt. It's mad how much you take for granted dirt when you're in a desert. But after gathering a bit more, I also gathered a load of wood and got working on the other side where I planted some potatoes. Look at that, lovely, very nice potatoes. I like potatoes a lot. We don't actually have any carrots. I've not found any carrots yet because they're quite rare in a desert. And I think the only way you can get them is a pillager tower. So instead of getting carrots, I decided to, you know, decorate the outside of my base with a bit of greenery and coarse dirt, just making it all look a little bit nicer. And I think it does look a lot nicer. Look at that. Look how clean that looks now. But what doesn't look clean is the fact that I only have 26 diamonds. So I decided to go and enchant myself a fortune-free pickaxe. Look at that. It only has fortune-free, which kind of sucks. But I added some mending to my other pickaxe, meaning we can go mining for a very long time now. So that's what I did. I went mining for a very long time. Found my first diamonds. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks of diamonds, but I got 11 diamonds from those 4 blocks. Very, very nice. And it didn't take me actually that long whatsoever to get a full stack of diamonds alone from this mine here, and also using the coal, etc. to mend my pickaxe as well. Oh, it's so nice. Mending is the best thing that ever happened to Minecraft, in my opinion. And now we have nearly a stack and a half of diamonds. So what do? Of course, I showered them around myself, and I did a little dance. That's all you can do when you have lots of diamonds. It's not actually that many diamonds, I know, don't judge me. I just really wanted to shower myself in diamonds and also make a little diamond rock here because why not, eh? And seeing as I had a diamond rock, what else could we have a rock of? That's right, emeralds. So I went and did a load of trading, and then I made myself an emerald rock as well. But I did save some of the wool there to make some beds, as we also are going to go to the nether to get some netherite. Of course, I've got 3 bits already, so I only needed 1. But I decided, you know what? After finding that 1 on the way down to the level I wanted to mine the netherite at, I thought I'd just keep going and use up all the beds that I had. And I got really lucky. I found so much ancient debris in like the first few beds, and then after that, no, not anymore. We only got 8 in total, which is not bad really for 23 beds, so I'm pretty happy. So we smelted that away, we got some gold, and we also smelted the stuff we had from the bastion before. Not that I needed to, because I could only make 2 bits of netherite ingots, and we did that, as you can see here, lovely, and we added them to our pickaxe and also our chest plate. Look at us in netherite gear. Oh, who would have thought? I would have, because this was the plan all along. And then on day 95, I thought, you know what? Freddy sucks. I don't want to just walk around on Freddy anymore. I want to fly. So I headed back to the end portal where I left Freddy outside of. He doesn't deserve to come with me to the end. He's a horse, and they are terrible people. But either way, day 96, we headed into the end portal, killed a few endermen so we could go through the, you know, little, whatever it's called, portal region thing, gateway. That's the word, gateway. And went in search of an end city. And we managed to find one, with a ship, but we did run out of blocks on the way there, so I had to head back. It was a whole ordeal. I decided to cut it all out and instead just show you me killing the shulkers, and we got quite a few shulker shells from this trip. It was a massive end city, and it had some goodies in it, including some diamonds and some diamond gear, etc. Some better than the gear we have, so I was okay with that. And then we floated awkwardly across the ship and managed to kill the shulker in there and get our elytra. Sky's the limit, that's right, and I went instantly for a fly after clearing out the chest where I got this looting free sword, which would have been useful in the past for killing those endermen, but we don't really need it anymore. And then I had some problems getting home. I much prefer the trapdoor method of getting through those gateways, especially when you don't have ender pearls. But luckily, the looting free sword came in useful there to get some ender pearls, and we managed to get home and have a little sleep in our bed here. I then decided to ride Freddy home rather than fly because I didn't have any rockets, but I did make some rockets at home, and then I had a little fly, and we got to see our base from up above. And look how cute it is. It's all green and stuff out in the desert, which is all yellow. I really like it. I think it looks quite nice. The sugarcane even looks good, and normally I hate how sugarcane looks. And using our elytra, I decided to go adventuring. I could travel a lot quicker now, get to desert temples, spot them easier. I also went and collected all the hay bales from villages and did some trading here. And more importantly, I found some carrots in a chest in a pillager tower. Very, very nice. But there's one thing I wanted to do before we finished this. So on day 99, I got trading with this librarian here. I was just looking to level him up. I didn't want any buck in particular, as they're not going to be very useful now. Also, our elytra broke and I only have one, and I don't have any mending books, so that was kind of rubbish. I did, however, manage to trade this villager up using some bucks and also just buying some glass, compasses, etc. And we got the final trade. That's right, a name tag. I didn't have enough, but luckily I had more bucks, so I did have enough. Haha, name tag. What's the name tag for? That's right, we have one pet that has been with us this entire time, almost, and that's Freddy. Look at him. Look how cute he is. You know what? He's not cute. He's a horse. He deserves to die. Why did I do that? I don't know. I'm just me, I guess. I don't know. Either way, I planted my carrots, and then I watched the sunset on day 99 and slept in our bed, in our lovely base for the final time, bringing us to day 100. And look what we've achieved with some shaders. Ooh, it's a pretty base. I do like this base a lot. This is one of my favorite we've done in the 100 days videos I've done. Oh, however, at this point, I'm kind of sick of deserts. I hate deserts. So here are my stats to prove that I didn't cheat, because I'm not a cheater, and that would be terrible if I was a cheater. Also, I have deaths because this is not hardcore mode. There's nothing that interesting in these stats, to be honest with you. They're just all there. And here's all the mobs I killed. Not that many, because there's not that many mobs in the desert. Anyway, thanks for watching.